Alright, we're here. We are here. I'm going to keep the red and green background for the rest of the stream. Even though, obviously, the South game is over. Feels like the right thing to do. And why not? Yeah, I switched the stream over a bit later then. I thought it kind of made sense to let the South City tune play out and then switch over to the new game. So that's probably the way that I will do it in the future. But anyway, everyone got automatically redirected over, and that's what you want to see. So, yeah. Seafater says, Khan, the Cowboys, brother is excited for his team to take the field, and they do take the field here at Brookvale Oval. I ain't calling it Four Pines Park. I wonder as well, so I know that the broadcasters will refer to it as Four Pines Park, right? That would mean, to me, I would think, that they are involved in the contract of the naming rights. So, for instance, I don't call it Four Pines Park, and there's a couple of reasons why. Number one is that it's not called Four Pines Park, it's called Brookvale Oval. But two, I'm not involved in the contract that they put together with Manly to call it Four Pines Park. I'm not involved, so I'm not gonna name it after the sponsor when I'm not involved there. It's kind of different, I think, with a stadium like, say, Allianz, because Allianz Stadium has always been called Allianz Stadium. But this is Brookvale Oval, you know what I mean? This is Brookvale Oval, so. How did we nearly blow that? It was impressive. It was quite impressive. Newcastle are a good side, though, and, you know, they came back at the end, and it was good from them. I'll put in a poll for this one. And we'll be underway. That's it. Oh, the hill's packed out. You love to see it. The hill is absolutely packed out. Cola Glazer loves the mods. I don't know what the ends that they're trying to achieve is, but they are very passionate about praising my mods for some reason. Anyway, nearly underway. I will let you know when they kick off on my screen so that you can sync up with me. Hey, Leaguie, how's that Manly wooden spoon prediction aging now? As good as it's been aging at any point post round 4, pretty much. There's the kickoff if you do want to sync up with me. Let's see how we go. This is the side that I predicted for the spoon versus the side that I predicted to, I think, finish 4th last. Both have massively exceeded my expectations for this season, and we'll see who can get the job done today. I only call it Brookvale because I still love Brooksy so much. Right, okay. Well, that's unrelated, but, you know, you got the right result, even if it was necessarily the wrong way. Bold prediction, exactly 40 points will be scored. Sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I'm pretty sure I tipped Manly in this. This coffee tastes god-awful. What the hell have I done to it? It's like it's made with curdled milk, but I bought the milk just then. Anyway. Can we get the OG tune playing in the background? Sure. I'll find the OG tune. Why not? Why not? For those that that don't know, my old music used to just be this one thing that would play in the background. There's basically one repeating set of music. It's a bit loud there. Hang on. It's too loud. There we go. That's a bit better. This is what it was. It's too quiet now. YouTube is so annoying. The old music is back. The OG music, yes it is. These were my bottom 2 teams at the start of the season. Okay, that makes me feel less bad about my own prediction. They weren't quite my bottom 2. One was my bottom 1. Flashbacks to 2024, yes sir. A penalty there, I think it's going to be, yeah, to Manly. I'm here. Hello, Piggy. How you going? This isn't actually the main bit of it that I remember. This is what I used to play, but the main bit is a different one. I'm gonna skip forward, see if it. Where's the bit that I like? This is the one that I remember, that I associate with that time. Dumb Young catch a ball. Was it his fault? I viewed it as the pass being bad, but I don't know. I do love Dominic, so these were the days. They were pretty good times. This actually, I thought that this was the song that I associate with that time. This is associated for sure, but not the main one I associate with it. Anyway, Tom Trbojevic there takes a tackle. There's a bit of a jersey clash, honestly, between the two sides. They both got half white and half dark jerseys. It's not the easiest to view. And dark shorts as well. It's a little complicated. Yeah, but like from this distant angle, I can't tell who's on what side, to be honest. Knock on by one of the teams. No, it's Cowboys. 6 more here for Manly. I love these days. You hopefully love the current days as well. Just remembered how long I've been here for. God damn. You've been here for a long time, Danny. Very long time. Alright. Here come Manly. Simpkin out to find Jamal Fogarty. In the hands of Molly Olakawatu. Close to the line. Takes a tackle there. Tamalolo, Drinkwater, and Nene. Ponga juggled it, delaying the pass, and he then yeeted it, making it impossible to catch. That's just the way I saw it, yeah. I just wanted to know if I was going insane. Simpkin. On to find Joey Walsh. I nearly called him Luke Walsh there. Halfway between Luke Brooks and Joey Walsh. A few of us have been here for a long time. Certainly true. Certainly true. Fogarty now. To find Hamole Olakawatu, and it's too far behind Ruben Garrick, and he can't rein that one in, unfortunately. I'm going to skip forward a bit more until the one that I remember. No. No. This is the one. I view this as the song. This was the soundtrack to this time. Kind of goes hard, to be honest. Bring it back. Alright. We've had less than 5 minutes gone in this game so far. Manly on top at the moment, but obviously not on the scoreboard. For Ian Roberts Cup. Sure it's not the Jackson Bolo Bowl? It's Members Day, it is. Damn. And they're set to get their 1,000th win if they win. That's very cool. This is a really good matchup. A really good game between these two. I think it's such a 50-50 game, honestly. Someone made an edit of you and they got the biggest clip of you. Who made the edit? I just finished my stream. Good on you. Good stuff from yourself. Now you can watch mine. You're like professionally obliged to now. Alright. So it's going to be Joe Walsh in a dummy half here on the first. 5.5 minutes gone in this one. I'll go back to the music that I actually do currently play, which has a bit more variety to it. Thank you, Reckless Ollie.
That's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
Shut up and take my money, the Leaguie.
When did I say that? I've definitely said it before in a couple different contexts, but which context specifically are you quoting? The Carl Lawton Cup? Very true. Very, very true. Carl Lawton Cup. I like that. There's surely others. Let's keep going. Jackson Polo, Ian Roberts, Carl Lawton. Players that have played for Manly and for North Queensland. Matt Lodge Cup I like. Do you think the NRL should bring in a rule for simulation diving where it's a penalty to the other team, or would that create too much chaos? It's really difficult to judge. This is the thing, whether a player is actually hurt or not. I think in soccer it's easier. When you see a player who there's literally been no contact to them and they stay down and they're writhing around on the ground, it's easy to make a penalty for diving. In rugby league, players stay down and it could be like, incidental contact to the head and they're exaggerating it a bit. But it's harder to say like confidently, oh, that player is pretending to be hurt. You don't really know enough, so... Jack Kajewski Cup? True. Very true. The NRLW final score was 22-8 in favour of the Dargans. Michael Banny Cup? I don't even know who Michael Banny is. Willie Mason? Yes. 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 Any current players? Aside from Carl Lawton. Jackson Apollo is still a current player, I think. Can't find the edit of you anymore, but they said you weren't serious. That's a shame. I am quite... Well, actually, when I am serious, I am very serious. When I am not serious, I'm extremely whimsical. So, yeah. Kind of varies. They're not completely wrong. Let's put it that way. The Matt Lodge Cup is an MMA tournament. I think it would be a bit worse than that. It's a shooting range per chance. Tamalolo, great run there. Great run there. Held the ball nicely. We'll play it here. The Tongan Terminator. Marnie. That's been knocked on, I think, by McKaylee. No, it's all ruled to be backwards, and the Brookvale crowd do not like that. Drinkwater gets it to Clifford. Chip over the top. Saab should have this one covered, and he does. Can he escape the in goal? No, he cannot. Oh, can he? Tell you what, he was bloody close. He went a lot closer than I thought he was going to go, but anyway. Bro, only serious when Roosters are playing. That's definitely not true. I am very serious at various different times. How convenient would it be if the NRL grid today contained Manly and Cowboys? Very true. We've named so many of them. James Seguiaro Cup. True. True? Did he play Cowboys? I don't remember him playing for the Cowboys. I might be wrong. I think from how Manly played in the last few weeks, they have a lot to prove, and this game will not be it from how the Cowboys have been playing. We'll see. Cowboys have been good, but I think Manly at home are incredibly tough to beat. You know what I mean? So, all right, caught up. Hitting it up. He's about 50 meters out from the line here. 9 minutes gone in this one so far. Marnie now to find Purdue in the hands of Drinkwater. Nice pass there to find Chester. Straight through. Bang. That's soft. That's very soft. And I've loved Tommy Chester this year. He does the Jai celebration. He loves it. And the Cowboys strike first.
Come on the Cowboys. Come on. Come on the Cowboys.
It's a really good theme song that they've got. It suits them. It suits them. Anyway, Leaguie, what about that Souths game? Do you think Roosters could do that? Yes, for sure. We could absolutely do that. But, no, it was a good game for South Sydney. It was a good game for South. They nearly let it go at the end, but in terms of the occasion, it's a good thing that they didn't, that's for sure. Someone by the name of Holden Strayer got a clip of you singing We All Bleed Maroon after Women's Origin Game 1. I'm going to say that that's not true, seeing as I never did that. But anyway. Unless they edited it. Who do you reckon will be the next coach sacked? Would you count Dean Young not being given the full-time job as a sacking? Probably not. I don't think he'll get the full-time job, Dean Young. But I don't know. Who won the Bunnies game? They did. The Rabbitohs by 2 points in the end. Nearly let it go right at the very end. The Brendan Elliott Cup. This is addicting. Brendan Elliott. Hell yeah. Former Rooster as well. Damn. Chester the Molester. Indeed. Indeed. The score was 26-24. But that isn't even their song. Well, it's one of their songs. They've got a couple of different songs. But yeah, their other song is terrible. So it kind of makes up for that. In top 3 NRL club themes, would you include Canberra's one? In top 1 NRL club themes, I would have Canberra's one. Yes. It's I love it. It's so good. I think Knights are up there. And I like the Roosters one, but again, bias for sure. I do know Reckless Ollie, who's here. He feels that the Roosters theme song is the best. I like how it's got a certain grandness about it, and it's such a traditional song as well. So, oh geez, absolutely smother there on the kickoff was Tommy McKaylee. A past theme, I'm pretty sure you said Waz or Knights. Waz is a song. It's a very good song, but I don't know if it's a good team theme song. It's good, but it's a groovy song, but there's not a lot of, warriors about it. You know what I mean? So, oh, you didn't fall for my trick, but it's a really lagging vid of you dancing till we all bleed blue. Well, lagging's interesting, but no, I posted that. Is it weird to me to say I think the Bronx thing is pretty good? No, not at all. It's all right. I think it's a little bit plotty, maybe, and there's no melody to it really, but it's all right. They've got the other one as well. Not Where the Broncos. What's the other one? I'm completely blanking on what the other one is. Top 3, Knights, Raiders, Roosters. I mean, I'm very happy with that as a top 3. I think that's the top 3 that I gave just then, right? Titans is terrible. Titans is so bad. It's got, like, you should listen to the full thing, right? My soundbite has the little bits of it that are okay, but the rest of it is absolutely awful. Please play Canberra again, and I'll redeem something right now. Sure. Your turn now. Uphold something.
Someone just redeemed a thing.
No way.
X3 Ninja 7767 just redeemed Pepsi Max Zip.
Let's go. Broncos is the other one. Which should I prefer? I think I prefer the one that I played there. Not sure. Big Ant have released a Switch version for RL26 on Switch 2. Cash grab. I mean, I don't mind them getting their bag and trying to redeem whatever they can from the end. Squeeze that orange, but that orange is a fundamentally rotten orange. It's terrible. Terrible. I also remembered last night you talking about the song being teams instead of boys. What? Huh? What are you talking about? Belated thing for the goals winning earlier. That's true. So I should play the Dragons one, which is awful. Although they're not the boys, are they? So, through there, was that knocked on there by Cowboys? No, forced down by Totrovojevic. So this will be dropouts. Switch can handle anything with decent graphics. It won't have to. The RL26 game doesn't have decent graphics. What's your score prediction? Manly 22, North Queensland 18. You know what orange isn't terrible? The Amazon-sponsored NRLB. That's a good jersey from yourself that you made. It's a good jersey. Unfortunately, they're not really sponsored by Amazon. That was a really bad dropout there. I think it went out on the full. Oh, me talking about the song. Sorry, yes. Me talking about the song being teams instead of boys. The Rooster song. The Rooster song saying these teams will show the way instead of these boys will show the way. I think I can't find a version that says these teams will show the way. Has Bose just scored? I thought for sure he was going over the touchline. It's going to go up as no try. Let's see here. They're reviewing the touchline here. I thought for sure, as soon as he got it, I'm like, he's too far out and the sliding defense is there. There's no way they don't get him. Let's see. Burns, oh yeah, absolutely in touch. Good call from the touch judge there. Weird that the team's version is exclusive to Allianz. But do they... No, they'd play it at any stadium, right? When the Roosters are playing. It's not exclusive to that stadium, is it? Any stadium where the Roosters are playing at home games, like Central Coast, for instance, or if the Girls are playing. 3 Oboe Category 2 HIA, not the Burbs. Not the Burbo. Not the Bourbanator. Gave it a red hot crack. He did. You could search up the Sydney Roosters theme song. It is good. It is good. All right. Here comes Simkin now. Up over the 30. There's 14 minutes gone so far in this one. You know how I was like at the end of the last game? Oh, I feel good. I can do the next one. I'm heavily regretting that decision. 6-way for Manly. Nah, we're getting through it. We're getting through it. I don't think you can paste links in the chat, Leaguie's share if you're not on mod. But anyway, it's not hard to find. Search up City Roosters theme song. Alright, Walsh. Good little run there from him. They thought it would be potentially high contact. Lily says thoughts on the Up the Wire song. It's not official, unfortunately, and I used to use it, which was cool, but I kept getting copyright claims, so... Do NRL teams have copyright over their songs? They do, but it never gets enforced for some reason. Beautiful offload there for Garrick to find Jason Saab. How has he bombed a try there? Should have got... He was going towards the sideline. Should have gone back in field. Anyway, this is the last here. Really should have scored on that one. Fogarty will kick across field. In fact, I said Fogarty. Great catch, Brandon Burns. Great catch from Brandon Burns. Turbo lost his CGI tracking helmet. He's naked. Turbo's naked. We're going to see his beautiful melon. It's back on his head now, unfortunately. 6 more there for the Cowboys. up to going up elevators? Yes, I love that sponsor. That only does half the job. Anyway. Yeah, I thought initially that I'd go to all the effort of getting all the songs in as sound bites, and then they I wouldn't be able to use them because they'd be copyrighted, but they just never are. Tamalolo there. Up to the... In fact, it's not Tamalolo, it's Harlem Leaguie. He's a big boy, Leaguie. Very big boy. McKaylee now. On to find Ruben Cotter. Making good meters here, the Cowboys. And Ninja, I might say Roosters 3. I think Knights is better than Roosters. But anyway. That's, it's very close. It's very close. Oh! Again, League share though, I can't see the link. You're not allowed to send links in the chat unless you're a mod. So you can DM it to me if you like, and I'll check eventually and see it. All right, Joey Walsh is in a dummy half here. Now Kobe Hetherington. Dragon's theme sounds like the dance from Back to the Future in the fish under the sea thingy. I've only watched it once and I don't remember that specifically. It was a very long time ago. Rooster Man is not an official team song either. Trebojevic is through. He's got Saab outside him. Surely draw a pass. He lets Jason Saab go there. And it's about to be 6 points apiece. Oh, that's a good arrow celebration there from Jason Saab. He really went for that one. Did the whole bah, bah. Turbo turning back time. That was vintage Chop Trebojevic stepping inside and then just go. Absolute go. And they couldn't keep track of him. Did very well as well to do the draw and pass. Lorenzo sent a link in Twitch chat, but he's not mod. It's different rules for YouTube and Twitch, I think. I don't know completely, but I know on YouTube what the rule is. That's great work from Turbo. It's great work from Turbo. It's all him to generate that line break as well. Individual brilliance. Who would have thought that waking up at 4 a.m. off 5 hours of sleep would make me tired? Yeah, who would have thought that me waking up at about 10:30 off 8.5 hours of sleep would make me absolutely exhausted? I need to clean up my room after this. I might just go to sleep, honestly. I don't know if I've got it in me, chat. I don't know if I've got it in me. Turbo's done well there. He's done very well. So Saab grounds the ball. And he did very well to get back towards the goalpost to make it an easy kick for Jamal. And he does. Goal there for Manly. Can you do the Rooster Man dance? The Hainsey version or the... Roosters version, which I think is just like that. I can't remember the Hainsey version. I've done it a few times now, but it's like that, and then like that, and then like that. I think that's what it is. I think that's what he does. I don't know how he came up with it, but anyway. You should sue them for copyright and stealing footage so you can get that money. Yeah, that's not really what I'm about. Also, shorts don't earn you anything. Every time I post a short, I get about $1 from it.
Money God 164 yet just redeemed Pepsi Max sip.
It would take me... By the way, that was the sound of me dragging my my bottle across my desk. It would take me minimum about an hour to make a short, and I get $1 from it, so... Sleep is important, Reckless Ollie, but my mum's visiting tomorrow, so unfortunately I need to clean before that. I'll survive. Even after so long, I'm still grieving from Jamal leaving Canberra. Oh, it's been less than a year. I think that's more than reasonable. With the way that Canberra season has gone, relative to how Manly season has gone, I think it's very understandable. For sure. I could copyright claim anyone that took footage from me, but I don't really mind them taking a moment like that. That's fine by me. I am very passionate about content theft, but and it's just like that is not worth getting worked up about. All right, good take there from just got drink water. There was there have been actually a couple of people who I've taken my videos before. There was one high profile example that happened a couple of years ago. It was more like a year ago actually. Where a guy took my most viewed video ever and just reacted to the whole thing, and the reactions were not in any way transformative. He just kept saying, "Oh, that's crazy," or "Wow, I didn't know that," and he played my entire video, and I was really annoyed about it. And I sent him a message, and he took it down. But reaction content is an absolute blight on the content creator economy. That reactors are parasites, leeches, and they make YouTube an infinitely worse place. It's blatant theft, and I very much believe that it causes immeasurable harm. The existence of reaction content has robbed thousands of actual creators of being able to do this as a profession, unfortunately. Would you be able to copyright claim me? Well, not if you haven't used any of my footage, so no. Alright, on from Turbo to find Jason Saab. Why do you want me to copyright claim you? That's not a good thing. But clipping me on Twitch is not something I would copyright for. Alright, kick high up in the air. Underneath it's going to be Scotty Drinkwater. Good take there. But they got a crazy 3 likes and 109 views. How do you even get that many likes? It's alright. In a moment like that, as I say, like, you know, I'm dancing or whatever. That's fine. But say, like, I made a video and someone reacted to it. And showed the whole thing. Even if they showed, like, half of it. I'd still be really annoyed. That video that I made it when I was on holiday. And it took me several days to do. It was all original content. It was 20 minutes of, like, original written jokes, and the dude just took it. So it was upsetting. So I posted your reaction to the Tukas comment. I'm just asking if you would be able to do it. I don't think YouTube is. I can check right now, because I'm kind of curious. There's a part of YouTube Creator Studio that shows you content detection and people who have potentially used your content, and I'm looking at it now. There was only one example of it. A dude, yeah, actually this happened back in 2025. A guy called PNG Latest News Updates, which was, you know, obviously a long channel name. It's not really gonna it's not really gonna be too legitimate. He just literally posted my entire video. He had a weird channel. He posted a lot of different things, but yeah, he just literally took my video. The thumbnail was literally just me, and he got 16 views for doing it. That's the only thing that YouTube's content detection thing has told me about. Channel name? PNG News Updates, whatever. Yeah, PNG Latest News Updates it was called. Was it the roasting video the guy reacted to? Yes, it was. Yeah. Are you rooting for Oz in the Rugby League World Cup? Nope. I'm rooting for literally everyone else. Everybody else. If Australia get beaten in every game, I'd be happy. So, Liam Knight's girlfriend confirmed 3 Turbo is ruled out. Why have we not got that on Fox? Is this game on Channel 9? Oh yeah, they tend to have this hub slot on 9. True. Isn't it Fiancé now? Anyway, Cola has done well there. Breaking free, but that's going to be the last. He tries to get the offload away at the end, but it's way too late. We've got a whistle for time off here. Is it Hess who's down? We've got a warning here. I remember this being mentioned on the Vegas stream last year. Yeah. It was not, I was not happy about it. But, well, actually, in some respects, I was happy about it because it allowed me to take action on a topic that I've been passionate about since long before I was a content creator. Bad error there from the Cowboys. Here come the Sea Eagles. But yeah, it's one of a few reasons why I'm so focused on not passionate about not putting other people's content on my stream. I like, as I say, having control of my stream, but even if permission is given, I don't like putting other people's videos and stuff. The one time I did reaction content was to the AI generated videos. That I don't feel as bad about. So, Leaguie, I don't keep up to date with NRL players' relationship updates unless it helps my pride team. That is so valid. That's fair enough. Are you going to take me down? Nope. I am not. Kohler with a brilliant pass, and it gets onto Hopewadi, who scores on the first. He took a bit of a gamble there, to be honest, going back towards the post to make it an easier kick. But Manly, they get their second. Hopewadi seems like a weird Supercoach draft captain to pick, but I'm happy for you. What a pass for Kohler. Burns absolutely had him. But the catcher pass was beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, Joey Walsh. The difference exposing LeaguieGames is that your content is not a substitute for my content. When you use it, you're not using it in the same way that my content was. But when that dude reacted to my entire video, that's a substitute for my content. If you've watched his video, you've watched my video. You have no reason to then go and watch my video. Which he has absolutely no right to do. He has no right to take it. He put in zero effort to making that video. For the reaction video overall, I did 95% of the work to make that happen. He sat and watched it. It took me days to do. He sat and watched it for 20 minutes, recorded that, said, oh, wow, that's crazy a couple times, and posted it and got 100% of the reward from that. That's crazy. It's insane that that's normalized in the creator economy. Absolutely insane. Leaguie, I've literally streamed your stream once and you never strike me, maybe because I privated it. I mean, I wouldn't do that to you specifically either because I know you. But, yeah, I mean, again, not super happy about that. That's a really bad miss from Fogarty. That's really poor from Fogarty. Damn. It's not a goal. I instinctively press goal. It's a no-goal. It's a no-goal. Yeah, if someone, for instance, were to be streaming my stream right now, just putting it up on screen, I wouldn't be happy about that. I've put in a lot of effort to this. So, well, Walker and Hammer both got ruled out, and Hopewadi worked for me last week, scoring 92. Fair enough. Are you excited to see Mark Levy take the whole Jairo birthday thing and make it about Albo in some way? Yes, he will. He absolutely will do that. We know that to be the case. He'll say, oh, he's making it all about him. He's making it all... This guy, this Prime Minister, he's making it all about him. You've already seen some posts? Yeah, they'll try and take him down at any opportunity possible. Is it not a good thing that he's getting around, you know, a good cause? Yes, it is. That's the beginning and end of that conversation. You could argue you are reacting to the rugby league. However, I know this is not intended to be a substitute for the game itself. That's the thing. It's whether it's intended or not is indifferent. This is... I actually... Okay, so you've raised an interesting point. I think that there's a world where reaction content can exist without using other people's content. It would be to do basically what I do. Have my own face cam. Kept the challenge here, Manly, by the way. Have my own face cam. But say I'm a reaction live streamer. I say to you guys, okay, here's the video I'm going to react to. Here's the link in the chat. Go watch it now. Press play in 3, 2, 1, go. And you react that way. That's great because you get the benefit of having the reaction content. You're watching the video with someone else. That's a good feeling. But also the original creator gets the benefit of that view. That's the best example of it. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I don't know if there's anyone here who was watching the NRL because I'm live streaming or watch along for it. But it's perfect. You're watching this on 9 or Fox. They're getting the benefit of you doing that. And you're getting the reaction as well from me. So that's actually the perfect setup. Successful challenge there, by the way, for Manly. I'm very far behind on these animations, though. Where the F is the team that beat Penrith, because this isn't them. Yeah. I mean, admittedly, the Penrith team you beat as well, from memory, was very Origin affected. So maybe that's a part of it, but it's super early days, super early days. If a random person was streaming it, you'd be upset. If a random person was streaming this NRL game, yes, absolutely I would. Will the first or second half have more scoring in this one? I really don't have much way of knowing. I would say second half, purely because it's only 10-6 after 13 minutes. That is smart. Yeah, it is. But you'll never get reaction streamers doing that because it's slightly more work. It's slightly more work. Another ironic surname, Nathan Brown. Very true. Did we included Dylan Brown before, right? Did we? Ah, no, Dylan is actually kind of, yeah. No, that wouldn't count. All right. Now the heads of Hamole Olakawatu reaches out and scores. Hamole, big Schmole close to the line. Olakalatu, you love to see it. Hell yeah, Manly in for their third. Olakawatu has scored Olakawa 1. Brilliant from yourself as always. I don't know what you're talking about there, Ninja. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, unfortunately. The trouble with the Cowboys is they always try and walk it in. What was Peyton thinking bringing Neem on that early? I do not know who Ash Richards is, no. Did you see that ludicrous display last night? Still kind of cheap content, but at least the original creator doesn't lose out. If anything, it's better for them. Exactly. It is better for them. And people evidently love reaction content. But as I say, it's slightly less convenient for them to do that. And because of the existence of reaction streamers, the biggest streamers in the world are reaction streamers, the likes of SQC, absolute parasite of a person. He knows what he's doing. He's stealing labor from people, and he doesn't care. Asmongold's the worst. Asmongold is the absolute worst. There was an instance where a few months ago, a content creator, was this woman, she just started out on YouTube, and Asmongold reacted to one of her videos. And she got a lot of support after that, right? Her channel kind of blew up. And a lot of people that I've argued with about this were pointing to that instance, being like, no, look, Asmongold reacted to this woman, and now she's got a lot more followers. Clearly, reaction content is good. She faded out of the arse afterwards. After a couple of weeks, no one gave a damn. A couple more uploads? No one gave a damn. Plus, that's one video. You know how many other videos Asmongold reacts to every day? Absolute leech. Absolute leech of a person. It's terrible. It's so bad. Has he missed again? It's off the post. Jeez, Fogarty's having an off night with a boot. Really off. It's a simple equation. I'd love to make a video about this. I would love to. Dark Viper AU series on it is incredible. People are like, they point to the instances of Reactor helping an original creator get big. The YouTube algorithm has had an egregious amount of money spent on it. It is really, really good at knowing the videos that you want to watch. It's so good at it. In a world without reaction content, it would only be original creators on the platform of YouTube, and the algorithm would give you original content that you want to watch. There are so many original creators who you would then discover as a result of that. Instead, impressions are being taken up by reactors who have no business being there. They're a middleman. They're a middleman who are taking other people's labor. It takes so much time to make an original video. So much time. There's a reason why I upload once every week and a half at this point, because I'm doing all these live streams, and it's really difficult to make original content to add to that. The amount of time it takes to make a reaction video is the amount of time it takes to watch that video. They can do multiple videos in a day easily, so Jax Films would have a problem with Asmongold. I'm sure he does have a problem with Asmongold. Leaguie's chair says, at the Leaguie 1 year ago, edited. Thanks, man. Genuinely, I'm always blown away when these videos get made about me. You've covered it well, too. Those RLWC videos were absolutely a turning point for me. Where's that from? What are you talking about? Was this the, sideline rugby video? Or what? Actually watching the game, no, watching the League stream, yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, I'm talking about, obviously, a lot of different things. But, yeah, I'm passionate about it as a content creator. If you like reaction content, don't like reaction content. It's an objectively awful thing. And I will happily explain why if you want to shoot me a message. Which team do I think will win? Manly. Marnie. But, well, Cowboys are on the attack here nicely, though. Good pass there to Nane. Will be tackled there. So this is still only the third. They are about 5 meters out. All right, now in the hands of Hess. Close. My dad has just left a message in the chat. There we go. Good pass there. Sorry, kick over the top to Leaguie, and he takes a tackle there. I'm going to read what my dad said. You know, I don't normally listen to your live streams, but I had it on earlier while I was cooking and heard the discussion regarding the guy who wrote the idiotic post critical of the NRLW. Notwithstanding the fact that he has daughters, I could go on forever about this, given my passion for fatherhood. But in essence, well, let's see what he says. I'm curious. I'm glad that you heard that bit. That was good. Was it on my video? Leaguie's share? Oh, sorry, it was on Tiger Walker's video. I think it was on Tiger Walker's video. Anyway, that's, again, not reaction content, though. Matt Galaxy says, I'd be doing more if I didn't work full-time. To be honest, I don't mind reaction videos to episodes of shows or stuff, as long as they don't post the full episode of the show. But reacting to other videos on YouTube and not even cutting it down, yeah, not a fan of that. I agree with you on the second half, but I think reactions to shows and episodes and stuff is not good either. In fact, it's arguably worse because you're taking work produced by a much bigger group of people whose livelihoods rely on that income, and you're just taking that for yourself. 6 more there for the Cowboys. They'd love to get a try before halftime, go in 14-12. But yeah, as I say, they're a lot of the biggest content creators are reaction streamers because it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. All right, Marnie now. Out to find Drinkwater. Underneath, good pass there to find Laybutts, the PNG International. Beautiful pass underneath to find Tommy Chester. Center to center. I can hear him writing out his thoughts right now, my dad. Marnie straight through. Jeez, the hooker. What a run to the line. And he scored. He scored. Hapawadi unfortunately couldn't stop that one. Trovovic did well. Oh, we got a whistle here for no try, actually. Might be a call a double movement, potentially. Yeah, Peter Goff says it's a double movement. I think momentum got him there, to be honest, on first look. But let's see. True, Hassan, Abi, Asman, and the AMP guys. Hassan is, yeah, awful. Which is a shame because a lot of people are saying, hang on, has he reached out here? I'll talk about that first. Yeah, he's reached out for sure. A lot of people hold Hassan up as this sort of idol to look to, particularly in the political left. But he is, for someone who claims to be a socialist, he steals a lot of labor from people. A lot of labor. And he knows exactly what he's doing. He's a socialist in nothing more than words, certainly not in his actions, so I have to disagree on that, like I can disagree on your thoughts on piracy. Well, I'm more passionate about reaction content, being anti-reaction content, than thoughts on piracy. But I'm curious as to why you disagree with it, Moneygold. No, sorry, I didn't mean Asmongold. I meant Hassan, Sea Phantom. Hassan is held up as what's the guy I'm looking for? They hold him up as being the guy who can get men back on the American political left. So, no try confirmed there for the Cowboys. I think it probably is correct in the end. There was certainly an extension motion there. What would you do if Hamole and Payne Haas are running at you? Pray. I would pray. That is the only appropriate thing to do. I would be impressed if I made a 30-minute video and 15k watched it on their stream and I got like 7.5k views. Yeah. And then they upload the VOD afterwards on YouTube and it's your thumbnail, but then with them in the corner. And that gets even more views. I thought that the worst example of it was, remember the honey investigation? That, what was the channel name? It was from New Zealand. Anyway, I can't remember the name of the guy that did. Megalag. Megalag did it. The amount of people, when you searched up honey scam, the amount of reaction content creators videos that popped up before his actual video was crazy. Crazy. You missed your dad's comments? I haven't seen them. Oh, here we go. It's a classic case of cognitive dissonance. I've seen it a lot in my line of work. Go the Chooks and the world would be a better place with more Daniel Tupos in it. Yes, it would, of course. And yeah, it's cognitive dissonance for sure. I came to the conclusion, as you probably heard, I'm trying to logically analyze something that doesn't have a lot of logic to it. So, yeah. Legal Eagle, never mind, wrong person. Yeah, Legal Eagle's video on it was good, though. Because Legal Eagle's a creator who will take a situation. He did it with Reckless Ben. Took that and was like, hey, I'm going to do an in-depth legal analysis of this. It's not a substitute for Reckless Ben's videos, and it's not a substitute for Megalegs videos either. Sorry, I'm really off topic from the video, but I don't know, I care about these things. But like, an Asmongold reaction to Megalegs' years-long investigation, awful. And a lot of people didn't ever watch Megalegs videos. They watched their favorite reaction streamer watch it. Out on the full there, so that's a poor error there from the Cowboys. It wasn't a double movement. Marnie was on top of the line and extended his arm. Have been 20 tries exactly like that this year already. Admittedly, I was sort of reading the chat and talking about different things while that was being analysed, so I need to have another look. But I saw a bit of an extension of the arm. So I don't know. I disagree, because if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing that. And given PlayStation want to go fully digital, I can't afford anything as a kid. So, no, I'm curious as to why you disagree with the reaction content stuff, as opposed to the piracy. My response to that on piracy would be that certainly buying not being owning is a bad thing, but two wrongs don't make a right. And those who encourage piracy as a universal thing, and rely on, like, if you want to take Lewis Rossman as an example, he says people will pay for things when they receive value for them. That's just not true. There's so many economic principles that prove that that's not true. The dude is not very intelligent, but he will tell his audience what they want to hear. So anyway, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about when really he doesn't. And it's actually if he truly believes what he says, it's quite a naive worldview, to be honest. But anyway. But yeah, as I say, I'd rather know why you disagree about the reaction content stuff. The referee nearly got in the way there, Peter Goff. Anyway, 4 minutes left in this first half. I pirate uni textbooks. What do you mean? An ebook is 100. I don't know what that currency is. But yeah, look, that's, again, a justification that you can use. And I think that the price, sure, you could argue is too high. And I've pirated things in the past as well. But I don't think that it's right to do so. I would never make that argument. Penalty there, Manly, for a push by Braden Burns. Swiss francs. Swiss francs. All good, League share. See you later. Chico says, I only pirate games to try it and delete it after. Okay, let's put it this way, though. Let's say you pirated a game and you liked it. You realized you like it. You try it and you like it. Would you then go and buy the actual copy of the game, or would you just play through the pirated version and then delete it afterwards? Like, that's the thing. Lewis Rossman would say that you'd be like, oh, I like this game, I'm going to now go buy the game. Despite having the product already, I'm going to go pay the game studio and buy the game. But no, like, of course, that won't happen. You did buy the games I tried? Fair enough. That's very good from you. I'm surprised. Not because of you individually, but I don't think, unfortunately, it applies at a societal level. Kicking behind, I think Hamole scored again here. 2.5 minutes left, and Manly are cooking here. Is it going to be given a try? Yes, it is. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Money God. You disagree because, given how many people try doing reaction content, but trying to grind Twitch is like a mountain to climb. Doesn't matter how much effort they put into stealing. That doesn't make stealing a good thing. And they are clearly stealing content. It's going to be a no try, I think. I think Joey Walsh might have knocked this one on. We'll see. Yeah, they're going to have a look at this. Called back. We need more game demos. Game demos are a good thing, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a no try. No try. And another instance that I can note down of the bunker preventing. That's now the 5th instance this weekend. So far, we've still got a game and a half to go. 5 times this weekend in a shortened round where the bunker's existence has prevented points from being incorrectly awarded. That seems like a good thing to me. Doesn't it? Anyway. I don't agree with piracy, but that was too far. What, saying that he's unintelligent? I don't. To be clear, I actually think he doesn't believe what he says. I think maybe he is intelligent, but he's telling his audience what they want to hear. Oh, no, read my previous comment. Sorry. I remember back in uni when piracy was huge when it came to game development. There was an instance where someone admitted to pirating and the popular crew in the game dev course bullied him and it scooted into the point where he left. Sorry, yeah, that's certainly too far, of course. Of course. Roosters are second on the most errors in the comp with Eels at first. That doesn't surprise me. We have had a terrible completion rate in certain games. But we defend our errors decently well. I'll check the video ID you DM me on Discord, Reckless Ollie, later. Returning to the other... Was it Asmongold you were talking about? When? I was talking about Asmongold before. If you mean the content creator that reacted to me, no, definitely wasn't Asmongold. God, I'd love that, though. Oh, I'd tear him down. Marnie with a kick over the top. Great catch there, Jason Saab. Sidelines there, beckoning, but he does well to find the ground. Still streaming? I am. I feel a little bit better. I'm fluctuating. Do you have a keyboard? I have a laptop. So, no, not exactly. Amazon be deleting whole libraries. Pirating them after you watch them, in my view, is not bad. Again, though, I think it's a wrong combating another wrong. I think it's the whole thing of two wrongs don't make a right. In an ideal situation, you wouldn't have that. And I don't think that because you've been wronged, it justifies you doing another wrong thing. I'll hold the companies accountable. And if you want to do the piracy stuff, then okay, do it. But don't pretend you're doing the right thing either. You know what I mean? My grandmother is in the chat. Mary King is my grandmother. How are you doing? Sorry, it's been a long time since I think I've seen you from memory. I know my brothers visited you a couple of weeks ago, if I remember correctly. But nice to see you here. Are you going to stay up for the Storm game? I don't think so, no. Will Laybot score a try? Probably not, statistically speaking. And given that the Cowboys didn't manage one try in that first half, I wouldn't be overly confident of that. All right, 14 points to 6 it is at halftime. It's been some really nice discussion that's been had here. Does Moist Critical count as a reaction creator? I personally think he adds commentary. Yes, he does. He certainly, I think, was more back in the day a reaction content creator, but whether you add commentary or not isn't really relevant. A lot of people will say, like, the original video is half an hour, the reaction video is an hour and a half, therefore it's transformative. That's not really how it works. If in that hour and a half video, you're watching the entirety of the original video, or even like most of it, you're getting the main sense of it, it is a substitute for the original video. It's wrong. They don't have the right to take that. Transformative is a word that people use very incorrectly when it comes to fair use law. That's like you're taking something and transforming its purpose entirely. Reaction content on YouTube isn't that. It's still a YouTube video. It's still fundamentally a substitute for the original. And Moist Critical's videos are absolutely that. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. So you're yapping too much now? I'm yapping as much as I would like to yap. Especially given that it's halftime, I feel that I can yap. Would say reaction content is okay. It just depends on whether they make it their entire career or whether they only show some of the vid and make the audience watch the rest on the actual creator's channel. That second part I agree with you on. It's nice to show a little bit of the video and then guide to the actual creator's channel. Sure. Again, use as little as possible and then guide it towards the other creator's channel. But I don't think it's okay if they don't build their entire career off it. If I have a normal job day to day, but then I also steal on the weekends, that doesn't make it okay because I'm only a bank robber on Saturdays. You know what I mean? So, geez, what a brilliant view there of the Jai Arrow game afterwards. A jersey that's put all of his stuff together. They stormed the field afterwards in the most peaceful way possible. Oh, those are brilliant scenes. Wow. Love that. That's so cool. How's the Giggle versus Tickle court case going? I think it was referred to the federal court and no progress since then. I feel with the current state of reaction content, the only reality where it can be positive, is if someone enjoys the original video and then they watch more videos. I also feel like if there's permission, it's also not as bad. If there's permission, then it's not bad at all. The person has given away that permission. But I think a lot of people give away permission because they think it will benefit them. There's an issue, right? So let's say XQC, a big streamer, was like, hello, Mr. Leaguie, can I please react to one of your videos? For me, it would be a great thing to say yes. It would help me. I'd get a little trickle down from that video that he's reacted to, for sure. That would benefit me for a bit. But the existence of reaction content on YouTube hurts me massively and hurts my content massively. You just don't see it so much because it's in the presence of other reaction content creators that the harm is caused. Every time an Asmongold video is recommended to anyone on YouTube, that could have gone to an original creator. And it would be better if it went to an original creator, but it's not. So a lot of original creators don't know the harm reaction content causes, but even if they do, they're still inclined to say yes because individually that might help them. So yeah. See, Phantom is not very happy with his Cowboys in that first half. So what was this about Charlie White? Did someone say Charlie White was a reaction creator? I mean, as in the Charlie White for the buy round? Or what? Which movie did you see, Archer? Thoughts on Count Binface? I think we spoke enough about the Binface yesterday. Yeah, but we love Charlie, so he's alright in my books. What reaction stuff does he do? I wasn't aware. Anyway, what a first half that was. I think it was interesting when Cowboys came out to an early lead in that first half. I was thinking, oh geez, could they be on here? I was quite high on Manly coming into it, but I think Manly will get it done. But it would benefit you because, yes, you get short-term publicity, but, like, will those people stay around? I remember a slightly different situation where a really big YouTuber gave a shout-out to someone small, and they had lots of early views and subs, but the views fell off very quickly. That happens all the time. Yeah. Still better than nothing, but, yeah, most people won't stick around. But because it's simply better than nothing, people will say yes. So CFC says it would detract from your overall growth as you're getting a false temporary boost of views, followers, etc. from people who aren't invested in your organic content. Also very true. But again, I think a lot of original creators don't know that. They don't think that deeply about the algorithm and how it works. You're taking a bit of a gamble for sure. And as well, like, say I were to make a funny rugby league video, a reaction content creator reacted to it, and people came to my channel who liked it because it was a funny video, but they're not rugby league fans. They're not going to watch any of my other videos. So, Charlie is Moist Critical, real name Charles White Jr. Right. I'm thinking of a different Charlie White. I'm thinking of the producer for the James Graham Buy Round podcast. Different Charlie White. All right, I did know that Moist Critical's name is Charlie, but no, I mean, anyway. I don't think that, like, Moist Critical's better than he used to be with it, but he's still not good. Still not good. How many Charlies are there in the NRL? Charlie Garmer, Charlie Staines recently left, true. Murray, a good one as well. Charlie... I don't know, I can't think of any others. Ninja says, I've seen some reaction content creators who react to sports games, but they always blow the highlights package in the corner of the screen. That's what needs to happen. As in, what do you mean they blow the highlights package in the corner of the screen? Seems like they're doing that to avoid being copyright detected. So, Charlie White certainly reacted to my cringy comments on the Chai Arrow stream. Well, yeah, that's sort of what that was intended for, though, right? I react to a lot of your comments as well on this, so. If the person who reacted to your funny video scenario was also a rugby league content creator, then it might be good. Sure, but I would be more proactive about taking action in that instance. I might get a little bit of benefit from it, but I think, hey, that's my video. Why have you taken my video? You can't do that. Charlie Garb is a very good pull. They blow the video and link it in the description. Ah, okay. In that instance, yes, then that's fine. Ish. I mean, they still shouldn't blow the video. They should just have their face cam, but sure, I guess it's something. Reggie Rabbit guy in the suit is Charlie. Well, okay, he's not an NRL player though, but sure, close. All right, are we at the end of the reaction conversation? I was just getting excited. I was just enjoying it. But yeah, there's a lot of people who I've spoken about with this who evidently, I think a lot don't think about it, which kind of blows my mind a little bit because I think you don't need to do much thinking about reaction content to realize how inherently bad it is. But a lot of people will be like, sure, maybe it is harmful, but I enjoy it, so I don't really care. And it's not my problem that original content creators are struggling off the back of it. I've literally had people say to me, I don't really care. I enjoy reaction content. Doesn't matter to me that it's harming people. Cool. Is there a Charlie Jogru? Not one that I know about. No. I've got a cousin called Charlotte, who sometimes goes by Charlie, but not a Jogru. I'll talk all day about it. I would talk all day about it. I probably shouldn't talk all day about it, but I'd love to talk all day about it. Would thoroughly enjoy that conversation. Can you play the Roosters theme again? I need my ears blessed again. That would actually be quite nice. Normally I don't, but sure, because we won yesterday. Hell yes. You love to hear it. You love to hear it. So good. Chico, can you not use capital letters all the time? I know I've spoken to you about this before, so, you know, come on. Just because otherwise everyone will do it. Make a video about it? I've for a while I've thought, yeah, maybe I will. But it would take me a really long time to do, and there's a couple of other bigger rugby league related projects that I want to focus on before that. It's been in the background for a while. I'm back. Who's winning? Manly 14-6.
Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
Ooh.
Chico 420 just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
There's definitely something wrong with this coffee I made. It tastes foul. Absolutely foul. Chico made up for it? Yes, of course he did. Of course he did. I will see it through to the end of this game, but I will not be doing Storm versus Titans. I actually already deleted the live stream for that game. So, yeah, if you were hoping to watch that one with me, I do apologize. I'll still be watching the game, probably, but I'll be cleaning up my room while that's on. Yeah, Nietzsche, what does that mean? Sure, I guess. Sure. We could go with that. What Mario characters would be in a Soccer World Cup team? You may have been watching Norway this morning. You got me on the Rugby League yesterday. Soccer, I think, is a bit tougher. The positions are a lot less physically distinct. So, Waluigi in goal for sure, though, because it's big. I reckon... wasn't there a game where you played soccer with Mario characters? It was like the Olympics or something, I think. After hearing the Roosters theme, I'm officially deaf in both ears. Do you think, like, you know, if I play it again, it might cancel that out? Let's see. Can you hear again? I think you probably can hear again. I like that for you. Everyone like the stream, or Leaguie will legally change your full name to Charlie Pauline Harris's Joker. You wouldn't want that. You would not want that. That would not be a good thing for you. Would make your life a little bit more complicated. I'm not going to play more sound bites though. No. Did Leaguie McLeagueface say anything funny? I was AFK. I've mostly been talking about... Well, halftime of the last game was talking deep about sexism in the NRLW. Halftime of this stream was talking about the state of the creator economy and reaction content. We talk about other things. You know, I was saying earlier that someone said do music videos on this channel. And I was like, no, you need to have one focus on a channel on YouTube because people come to you for your one specific thing. That's sort of like, if I really wanted to optimize my streams here, I would not be talking about all these other things when the game is on or even at halftime. But I don't really do that. I don't care about that ruthless optimization. I just kind of make content that I like and enjoy. So that's kind of why I end up talking about these other things. I had Mario and Sonic at the 2008 Olympic Games at DS. I think they added soccer in a later version, as did I. That was such a good game. I've wanted to replay that for so long because I do have a DS. I don't have it on me. It's up in Sydney. But I love that. Getting the pen, like when they were doing the 100-meter running, and just you going side to side with that pen on the touch screen as fast as you possibly can. Love it. Love it. 45% more likes since I said that. There we go. That's a win. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Last night, consent. Last stream, sexism. This stream, creators. Next stream, homophobia. Next stream doesn't exist. So, thankfully not. Thankfully not. Yeah, I agree with you, Suganator. I agree. Okay. Tyson, I'm not going to shout you out. I'm sorry. You asked this so many times yesterday. I answered you so many times. I explained it. Sorry. But again, you can't just kind of pop in and say, hey, you shout me out, please. It's kind of not, it's not very polite. Anyway. It's probably Mario Strikers you're thinking of. That would make sense. I thought it was an Olympic thing, but anyway. That would answer Mini A's question, that's for sure. Brutally grinding on YouTube sounds like an easy path to burnout. When you're a one-person operation, yes. But even then, like sure, there are little differences that I can make in my content that wouldn't take that much additional effort that would be optimizing. An example would be just talking about Rugby League right now. But I don't really care that deeply about it. My DS stream got marked up from how many sprints I played in that game. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It was so much fun. Love doing it. Yeah, sexism is frequent in the NRLW. Look at El Chapo. Yeah, well, that's certainly a form of it. Just objectification. No doubt about it. Sorry, I'm just a big fan. Yeah, I know, and I apologize. I don't want to treat you badly, but again, yeah, my way of shouting people out is reading out the username when I read their comment, and yeah, I don't like doing the other versions of it. It's weird. We just had so many people asking over the last 2 days. I don't know. I never used to get that as an issue, but I don't know. Anyway. I never understood the shout out. You respond to most of the comments anyway, says Jack. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Matt, no, I didn't ever play Pokemon growing up. It was never really my thing. Even Pokemon Go when that was about. Like I was 13 to 14 when that was like big, and so I was the perfect age for that craze, and yeah, it just was never really my thing. Did you see Ali Brigashaw's Instagram the other day? She shared these guys who insulted her for playing a bad game even though they won. I didn't see it. The barrelless Jets lost 18 to 20 to the Durkinless Storm. Well, if either of them had been playing, I think the scoreboard would have been a lot different, more in favor of that team in particular. Does Leaguie want a drink of his bad coffee? Not particularly. Please don't redeem it. Please don't redeem it. I used to send up the whole timeout thing. Sorry, not timeout thing. Shout out thing. Where I'd say, like, no username. I can't shout out your username. Blah, blah, blah. Ninja, I don't like you.
7,767 just redeem Pepsi Max.
It tastes like us. There's something wrong with this coffee. I'm going to get physically ill more so than I currently am as a result of having had this coffee. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Anyway. Alright. Okay. Harry Grant will be playing for the Melbourne Storm in their next game, which I will not be streaming, but we'll be watching. I have a sneaky suspicion about the Titans in that. Would I tip them? Absolutely not. But there's a world where, like, I close my eyes and I see them just getting one of their random wins. One of their random wins. And then we look at the Storm season having come to a collapse and we're like, wow, how did that happen? Fix the coffee then? I don't have additional coffee, unfortunately. Mean? Why'd you say that? Because you were mean to me. You redeemed the thing I didn't want. What's wrong with it? Is it Nescafe or Blend 43? You know, it might actually be. It's Nescafe Blend 43. But normally I don't mind it. Normally it's okay. But this one particularly, it's not something, nah. No. There's something constitutionally wrong with that coffee. Best believe. I don't consider arse a swear, but the way you screamed it made it sound like one. That's fair. That is fair. It certainly was used as a like synonym, let's say. All right, Purdue plays it now in the hands of Reed Marnie. I think it's important they score next to Cowboys. Definitely not a matter of, game being won or not, but 20 points to 6 wouldn't be good, and an intercept is thrown there to Ruben Garrick. Not what you want. Well, there's the problem. Well, but again, normally it's fine. So I brewed 2 liters of it, right? In the first hour, I had the first liter. Not the first hour, the first stream, I had the first liter, and it was fine. Really liked it. It's this second batch that's terrible. Of course, it's a Sunderland-style coffee. That's what makes it wrong. Okay, well, that's just... What are you talking about there? But that's hilarious that you actually got the right blend. That's crazy. Did you add milk? It might be in the milk. I think it's the milk. But again, I just bought the milk 10 minutes before the stream started, and it was fine for the first one. So I don't know. I don't get it. I'll figure it out afterwards anyway. Are you going to post one of those videos like last year where you grade every team this year so far and talk about their standout players? Yes, I was going to do one of those a few weeks ago, but then the Kane Evans story came out. And then that distracted me, and then I kind of lost it. But I will be doing one looking at like the run into the finals for sure. I don't know the Wingham Tigers, unfortunately. Dean, excuse me. Gus now admits he sees black and white. Bro did not get the color update in 1975. That's not ideal. That's not what you want. Was it 1975 though? In this country, maybe actually.
X3 Ninja 7767 just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
Not happy about that. Oh no. Oh no. I don't have a love for instant coffee, to be fair, Egg. I just, drink it. Good catch there from Clifford, but unfortunately that'll be it. I do understand your reference there, Reckless saying might it be the water. That's a brilliant Formula 1 reference. Anyway. Whatever. I think Saab's a starter. I feel he's just going through the motions. Sometimes his mediocre form gets worse. What do you think they should do with him? I think he's too good not to be in their team. Speed is the one thing you can't coach, and he's so quick. But certainly he's up and down at times. I feel that, I would have thought that by this point in his career, he would have rounded out some of those things a little bit more. But he's on my starting Manly side for sure. He's 25 years old. He's still got a lot ahead of him. In Oz it was, we were like 19 years late. USA got colour TV around the same time we got NETV. Yeah, I remember the Beatles doing a live broadcast when... wait, was it when it went from grey to colour? I know that we went from grey TV to colour TV in the NRL era, in the Beatles era. Just to show how... those are my passions, anyway. In the Beatles era, but anyway. Trade in the Saab for a Mercedes at least. I don't know if there's a Mercedes that plays in the NRL, unfortunately. But Saab are now defunct, so yeah, it would kind of make sense. Trade him in for a Jackson Ford, per chance. Maybe. Could be. We were saying this the other day, the players who were... they got the same names as car companies. John Lamborghini coming through at the Roosters, by the way. All right. So technical there are the Cowboys. Money's in the dummy half. This is going to be the last. 5 minutes gone in this second half. Thank you for saying that, Donna Bartolo. I much appreciate you saying that. Thank you for your kind words. Would you rather see Roosters win a spoon and have a 10-year depression, or see Wayne Bennett in Budgie Smugglers? Wayne Bennett in Budgie Smugglers would give me 10 years worth of depression anyway, so it's basically the same thing. Like, no difference between the two of them. Knock on there from Neem. Is it going to be play on? It is. Hamole picks it up. He's having a good game, Big Shmole. Unfortunately, for him, was just allowed to try earlier on in this game, but kind of worked out there. Let's see what Manly can do with the ball here. Walsh back to find Hopawate. Neem wasn't very happy about that though. He felt a little bit aggrieved, but it is what it is. Brown now with a good run straight towards Jackson Purdue. Really targeted the 5/8 on that occasion. He's going to have 10 years of depression when Markley's at the end of the year. Could well be the case, to be honest. I'm not going to cope well. I hope he comes back. I really hope he comes back. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Penalty there, Sea Eagles. I've only got 33 more minutes to survive here. I reckon I could do it. Alright, yeah, high contact there on Hopawati, unfortunately. Would you rather Blend 43 or Pauline Hanson use your videos to explain why rugby league is a superior sport? Second one, because at least then she's doing something that I agree with. My brother is a Cowboys fan and he's unironically snoring in front of the TV. I wish I could be doing that right now. I don't wish I was a Cowboys fan, though. That'd be a deeply depressing existence, so... Yeah. I'm specifically targeting Egg Council Creeper in the chat there, by the way. And Seafanter. Seafanter's still here. I don't know how, but I know so many... Like, I don't know the two of them. I've never met them. But, like, I know them in an online capacity. But I know so many Cowboys fans in real life. And I've never been to Townsville. I've been to Queensland, like, twice in my life. I don't get it. But anyway. There's Sea Phantom. I hate you so much right now. I love you. Love you. Walsh, good offload off the ground there to find Ethan Bullymore. He's just got so much about him, Ethan Bullymore. As soon as he gets the ball, there's so much energy there. Crazy. Unfortunately, she can't ding. You're not allowed to have pets in this building. 6 more there for Manly. Turbo, close to the line. We'll take a tackle there, but it won't matter because there's 6 more here for the Sea Eagles. No, I do not need you, and I'm about to turn off the redeemed Pepsi Max thing because it's not good. You're making me almost certainly physically ill for the future. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. All right, Fogarty now. Short ball to Hamole. We'll take a tackle there from Labour.
Leaguie, someone just redeemed a
Why? Why are you doing this?
X3 Ninja 7767 just redeemed Pepsi Max.
I thought you liked me. Why do you want me to be ill? Why are you after me being sick? I'm going to be on that bed later in the fetal position because you've made me drink this coffee. It's on you. My blood will be on your hands, and there just seems like no logical reason as to why you'd want that to be the case. Good stuff. It's crazy how Bullymore got an Origin call-up, but never gets to start for Manly. He didn't actually play in Origin, did he, Bullymore? He was, like, in the squad? I've always wanted him in Origin. I think he's got Origin written all over him. He's still only 26, like, he's got years ahead of him to do it. But yeah, no, he's never played Origin. He's getting used to the coffee? No, I am not. It still tastes god-awful, and I'm really worried about it. But anyway. Hello, Stormfan. Good to see ya. Although I bleed rugby union, I'm really not sure, other than the World Cup, what is the draw for Mark to leave league? I presume he'll play Super Rugby in front of 35 fans and probably less money. I think it's just the World Cup, genuinely. I think he wants to play in a home World Cup, which is a big appeal. But I hope one day he will come back for sure. Do you want another? No, if you redeem another, I'm not going to do it. I'm actually just not going to do it. You can redeem it. I'm not going to do it. And you won't be able to say you were scammed either, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to do it. All right. Is that Johnny Bateman? Is that Johnny Bateman out there on the field? I think it's Johnny Bateman. It's Johnny Bateman. Johnny Bateman's out there. Hell yes. He's definitely not my favorite Englishman. Maybe a top 50 Englishman in my opinion, for sure. Probably actually not even true. I don't think he would be my top 50 favorite Englishman. Brother, just get a cheap DeLonghi pod machine. At least you can get better coffee then. I should. I really should. The thing is, though, there's a coffee machine just outside my room. It's very close to me. But they're out of coffee pods at the moment. They stock them up regularly, but they're out of coffee pods, so I can't. Anyway. Storm's finally back in Perth in a few weeks, but I have a work shift. The one time they come to visit me, that is so devastating. Surely you could try and reschedule the work shift. Surely. Did you win Augusta? First time I've heard that one. Absolutely first time I've heard that one. Oh, you know what's funny? I've never played golf in my life. Absolutely never played golf in my life. I went to a driving range once, if that counts, but never actually played golf. But no, it does look like a Masters jacket, doesn't it? I know it's in the past, but how do you feel about Trump removing the red card and US losing anyway? Horrible. I'm glad that they lost, don't get me wrong, but I can't believe how in the open that situation was. He literally was just like, I didn't think it was a red card. I called up Johnny and was like, can you review that? Crazy. Insane. It's just the most blatant political influence, breaking FIFA's rules. And, like, yeah, he genuinely did make Galaxy. And I heard people explaining this, and I was like, okay, surely it wasn't actually that black and white, right? Surely the person is exaggerating a bit. Nah, not exaggerating whatsoever. That's literally what the situation was. That's literally what happened. Crazy. Insane. I'd be interested to know what Super League players would be able to make it in the NRL. Not just a squad player, but get more regular minutes. I think Bevan French, from what I hear, would. There's certainly others. It's tricky, though. The standard is very different. I don't think I can restock it, Ninja. It's funny, I didn't disable it then, but there's a certain cap on it per stream, and yeah. That's this. I'm not good at Rugby League 26, no. I'm American, forgive me, and that pissed me off too. Yeah, no, but that, like, I'm not holding the fact you're American against you, obviously. But it should piss you off. It should absolutely piss you off. Just because you benefited from it, it's not a good thing. I was disappointed to see a lot of Americans saying it was a good thing, even those that don't like Trump. But it's blatant corruption. That's nothing to do with nationality. Is FIFA going to have a new president? Previous presidents have said to get rid of him. I don't think so. He's got quite consolidated power. So, yeah. That is corruption. Yes, it is. And someone was like, yeah, how can you be surprised? FIFA, we know that FIFA's corrupt. But not corrupt in that way. Corrupt in terms of taking money and bribes behind the scenes. Not like out in the open, oh, the leader of this country wants this red card overturned, let's do that. Yeah. And the Dames are spineless. Certainly at the moment, yes. 100% they are. Jez Litton and Mikey Lewis could. I'd like the thought of Jez Litton, for sure. I'd love to see Jez Litton get a go in the NRL. I think Edwin Apape as well. I don't know if he's still what he once was, but I remember thinking back in the day he would be a brilliant signing for the Chiefs. Wellesby, less so now maybe than back in the day. But quite possibly. Thoughts on part 3 of Reckless Ben's Lego series? Still haven't seen it. I've got it in my videos to watch, but still haven't seen it. Noah says, realistically, forwards from Super League could make it more than backs. I agree with that. Yeah, and I think there's a reason why you've seen so many English forwards come over to the NRL and have success rather than backs. The best backs have struggled. Tompkins, Hall, Callum Watkins even had a stint at the Titans. But the likes of Sam Burgess, James Graham, Josh Hodgson, these guys, Elliot Whitehead, these guys have had really, really good careers. So, what the hell happened to Matty Nicholson? My man banged onto the scene like a rocket, and I haven't seen him since Magic Round. Like, damn, bro, he's just injured all the time. Why talk about Trump when Albo is Pinocchio on strings? So, bad thing can happen over here. I'm allowed to talk about that, even despite bad thing happening over there as well. Unrelated things. Not related whatsoever. Two bad things can exist at one time, if that's believable. I know, I answered that Donna Bartolo. I'm not good at Rugby League 26, no. Yeah, Dean, that's a crazy thing for you to have said. That's respectfully, bro, that's not even funny, man. You can't say that. But anyway. Played there by Fogarty. It's 6 more tackles here for Manly. Turbo. Now on to Joey Walsh. Gets a pass back there. Saab is tackled. Sure, we are Australian. Yep. We can talk about international things, though. That's all right.
Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
I said I'm not doing it.
X3 Ninja 7767 just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
Doesn't matter. I said I'm not doing that. I'm not going to continue to drink the bad coffee that's going to make me sick. Definitely not doing it. Can you give me a history lesson on League World Cups? I presume Oz have dominated, but I have no idea. Yeah, France got a win early on. Did they? I think they did. Great Britain were very successful back in the day. No, I don't think France ever won a World Cup. I don't think they did. I think I'm wrong about that. They made a final. I don't think they won. Great Britain did. Australia have dominated the vast majority of it. New Zealand got a win in 09? I think it might have been. But it's Oz every single time, pretty much. Every single time it's Oz. My bad, bruv. Just referring to last night's wild stream. I know. But yeah, obviously, no harm done. But yeah, don't say that stuff. Junior Ensemba for Wigan is a really good player. I'd like to see him have a quick crack, but that's really it. Yes. He's someone I definitely would have mentioned there. I've been high on Ensemba for some time. Very much some time. Tiger, it was not DV. It was not domestic, but year 13, which I know doesn't exist in Australia, but it exists overseas. 08? I thought it was 08, but then I was like, there was a 2013 World Cup final, so it must have been 09. So we had 5 years in between World Cups. France have won 2 World Cups in 98 and 18. Okay, yeah, different World Cup. Different World Cup, but sure. Alright. Now in the hands of Drinkwater. McKaylee. Holding it in the tackle there. Again, only 8 points the margin. But they want points soon. Drinkwater. Now back to Drinkwater. Has that been touched by Manly? I think it has. Has it? 6 more. Here come the Cowboys. And Semba's a beast. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he's got so much of his best footy ahead of him still. So, no, Nick, I'm not doing it, as I said. All right, short ball there. To Tom McKaylee. Still hasn't got a try yet in the NRL. And another set restart there. You think that surely, eventually, Manly crack. Surely. Have the Pacific Islands done much? They weren't really good until recently, but the Samoan team made the most recent Rugby League World Cup Grand Final, yeah. All right, Marnie now at a dummy half. Gets it to Ruben Cotter to find Drinkwater. Pass to find Braden Burns. Tackled there well by Hopawati. Does well. Now back to find Drinkwater. Standing in the tackle there. Gets it to find Lukey. Oh, jeez. He's put on his back there. It was a brilliant tackle again from Hopawati. Brilliant work. Close to the line there. Burns scores. That's so soft. Way too easy. And look, I know that they had to defend a lot of sets back to back to back there. But that's brought the Cowboys right back into this game.
Come on the Cowboys, come on the Cowboys.
Archer sent a $1 super chat. Thank you very much, Archer, for that. That is much appreciated. Cheers. Thank you. They're really not happy about it. Lots of boos ringing out there at Brookvale, but try is confirmed. World Cup was pushed to 2013, so it didn't clash with the Olympics. There we go. That makes sense. But we've now reset, so it's back to even years. I guess, Ninja, sure. But again, I was very, very clear. And you did it anyway, so. Is there much money in the international game? No. It would be interesting to hear because England men's union team get 20k a game. Is it similar? I don't know the exact numbers. I know recently there was a change put in place to balance it out more. Match payments around the World Cup, but there's not a lot of money in it, no. Absolutely not. Better call that Cobden because that was soft as butter. I don't know what Cobden is, but sure, I'm assuming what you said there is very funny. We'll just go with that. Prediction for Roosters versus Storm. Really hard to say. We don't have a good record against them at all. And I never think we're going to beat the Storm. But we're obviously this year the better team. I'll wait until after tonight's game to see. Because if their season is on the line, I think my opinion would be a bit different. Kick there for Clifford. And he's missed that one. So 4 points is the margin. Favorite F1 team and driver? Ferrari. Driver would be Piastri, but I kind of feel that deep down it is kind of Charles Leclerc. I think that if I like Piastri because he's Australian. Realistically, I like Leclerc because I like Leclerc. So yeah, Cobden is a brand of butter. There we go. Good stuff. 20 minutes to go. 4 points the margin. You love to see it. I know, Leaguie, the answer is Roosters 26, Storm nil. I would take that and watch that back to back to back to back again and again and again and again. That doesn't make sense to me, as surely Oz pack out stadiums. Nope, they don't. Or is it just not competitive enough to draw fans in? It is competitive now. It hasn't been competitive in the past. State of Origin is at the top of our game. Then there's NRL. Then there's the international game. It is viewed as an afterthought after the game, after the season is done. And I'm working to change that to the extent that I can. But, yeah, the interest in the international game is just not there. Australia, for instance, we're hosting the World Cup this year, but we're not hosting the final at Sydney Olympic Park because we wouldn't have sold out 80,000. Instead, we're putting it at Suncorp. And even then, I don't know if we get a sellout for it. So, yeah. Yeah. One team you won't beat is the Wires. I'd back us, but certainly the Wires have massively exceeded my expectations. So, yeah. If Manly wins by 30, will you go bold with me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Penalty there for the Cowboys. They're being invited back into this one. Leaguie, the Fassifin Bombers A-grade beat Brothers 62-16 in a score that would look more fitting for the Essendon Bombers. That's very true. Different Bombers, but absolutely correct. Do they use the same logo as Essendon? I know that there's a team called the Miranda Bombers who are an AFL team close to where I live in Sydney that use that logo. That's so sad for me. The World Cup final should be the pinnacle of any sport. Agree. As I say, I'm working to change it as much as I can. Fast forward from Clifford. Yeah, that's the way it's called. That's poor. But yeah, it's a big reason I think why Union is so much more successful in so many more places than League, because the international game is just marketable. Club games are just not as much, and Origin is not at all. So, if Roosters win the comp where you go bald, I could say this, because this is the hair-related forfeit I've wanted to do for some time. Dyeing it green. I think that'd be funny. If Roosters win the comp, I'll dye my hair green. I know it's not, Roosters colours or whatever, but yeah. You got a new sub? It didn't pop up on here, but whoever it was, thank you very much. Much appreciated. No, it has a different logo and more maroon than red. There we go. Oh, anyway. We just need a non-Australian team to win a World Cup, and that should spike the interest in the international game. It will help. It won't solve everything by any means, but it would be a big step in the right direction for sure. Absolutely. All right, 6 more there for Manly. I'm kind of hoping that they hold on here, even though it's not a good thing for the Roosters, theoretically. And not a good thing for my predictions. I like seeing Manly win at Brookvale. Fosball isn't fozzing right now. I mean, they're getting they're leading against a team that are very good in the Cowboys, so it's what it is. It's not terrible. Green hair and pronouns. I mean, I've already got pronouns. We all have pronouns, but yeah, that's what I'd have. Bullymore nearly through there. Good tackle in the end there by Jackson Purdue. All right. Now in the hands of Joey Walsh. He didn't really find an option that he likes there and ended up just giving it to Trbojevic. Jake Trbojevic, that is. Do you think Strachey and Hudson will get into the Oz squad for the World Cup? Yes, I do. Both of them will. Now in the hands of Trbojevic Tom. Has that been touched? He's claiming it. Yep. Belinda Sharp agrees. 6 more here for Manly. Okay, Leaguie. Thank you, Wise Clean Edits, for subscribing on YouTube. If none of the Queensland teams or Wise are in the grand final, then I will support the Roosters. Well, that is contingent on the Roosters being in the grand final. But sure, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Get Pookie Pappy to play for Netherlands in the 2030 World Cup. Easiest World Cup for a non-Australian team ever. I'd be all over that. Oblix Talfa will play for us. Jalen de Groot will play for us. There's a number of them who apparently can, so... Adam says, like man and woman. Well, like he, him, and she, her. Yes, they are pronouns. Correct. And a few others. We should do what the World Cup did with Tim Payne and find an unknown player, preferably one who hasn't played first grade before. I make them the most loved, popular player of the tournament. I've had that idea, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a guy. Once the World Cup squads are named, to do that. Saab has scored, and that might be enough to win this game. It's put it down in the corner, and they're not going to take that off them, I don't think. Try time, Manly. I think look, there's still a lot of time left, but especially if they convert this, 10 points in 14 and a half minutes, given they've scored 10 up to this point in the game, it will be tricky to chase down, that's for sure. Tricky. What a strange place for England. I don't think he's keen to do that. What's that horn that they play in the background? I keep hearing it at Brookvale Oval. Keep hearing it. Yeah, it's good work from Saab there. Morea. I like that as an option. Again, though, I have to wait till the squad's are to actually kind of get across it. But yes, I'm going to 100% do that. I've had that idea. What do you mean, Adam? King's College. That's in London, isn't it? Who's the idiot with the trumpet? I don't know. Probably Ed from Hello Sport. I feel like that's the kind of thing he'd be across. They're hitting Sweet Caroline. It's to be expected at this point. Pretty much any NRL game where the home team is winning. Is it already dark outside in Canberra? Looks like it, but I have stuff blocking my light coming into my room anyway, so I don't really know. Why does Storm have a cowbell? I think you probably know that I've been asking that question for quite some time. So, yeah, unfortunately, St. George Dragons fan, my little brother Simon is not a rugby league player. Tries confirmed. So, kick to come. They've converted terribly in this game so far. Fogarty has missed way more gettable kicks than this one. No, it's NRL, so box, that would be funny as well. That would be funny as well. All right, Fogarty with a kick. It's from his bad side as well. Hits it and it starts out to the right and stays out to the right. 8 points is the margin. Sort of like 8 points is a solid lead to defend, but it's just about keeping the Cowboys in this. Simon is my little brother. I think he's 18 now. Yeah, well, he's definitely 18 now. Yeah, 18 years old. Might be 19 even now. Please give me your top 5 favorite players currently. Connor Watson, James Tedesco, Mark Nonganito Arce, Nafahu White, and Sam Walker. Definitely. Surely the years Simon lived there in the Netherlands would qualify him. I don't think it does, unfortunately, because we never got citizenship. So, even though he has lived the majority of his life in that country, unfortunately, no. But also, there'd be domestic players in the Netherlands that are significantly better and able to play. So, yeah. All right. What do you mean that's 6, Chico? 6 what? All right. Tackle there, Purdue. In a dummy half is Sonny Luke. Goes himself there and draws 6 more. He's scheming around the middle of the field looking heaps good here, Sonny Luke. Unfortunately, I think Adam is given the opinions that I thought he was earlier. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's funny, I thought Jesus taught love. It doesn't seem very loving, the things there. But anyway, is what it is. All right. Connor will play the ball. Luke picks it up at a dummy half to Tamalolo. I'll tell you what, in attack, Luke's energy that he has brought looks like exactly what the Cowboys have needed. Now in the hands of Clifford. Purdue over the top, straight to find Braden Burns. I need to call him Bradman Burns. And he scores. He scores. This game is well and truly alive there. Holy.
Come on the Cowboys, come on the Cowboys.
Hell yes. All right, wait here. Wait, this is a game. This is a great game. That's cool, Lily. I didn't know that you got photos with them, but that's very nice. Yeah, it's one thing I love about NRL players. They're so accessible to the general public, and they will happily, chat to you and stuff. So it's awesome. Very cool. Egg is happy. He's a Cowboys fan. What a put down. He's got that one. I think he's got that put down easy. Yeah, that's cool, Stormfan, because you have Austrian citizenship. You definitely could play for the national team. I don't think that they have much going on rugby league-wise, though. Yeah, he's got that down. Just one sec. Reckless Ollie says, Manly losing this on misconversions would be such a South Sydney thing to do. Low-key kind of would. Low-key kind of would. I think it's about to be a 2-point game here. Clifford, he missed earlier on as well. It's off the post. Is it in? No, off the post and out. That was gettable. That was gettable. So neither side have converted well. 18-14 it remains. Damn. 10.5 minutes to go. This thing is well and truly alive. Well and truly alive. Alrighty. The 2-point field goal is alive there, but no, they need to get a try. There was still contact between the ball and the fingers, but it was certainly coming free. Anyway, Ninja, no, I'll play the theme of whoever won this game at the end of the stream. That's going to be controversial, barely on the fingertips, but I think it is on the fingertips. I think right call was made there. Is it dumb to presume any Super League team finishes bottom of the NRL automatically? It's tough because their record in the World Club Challenge in recent years, where it's a one-off game between their champions and ours, is actually brilliant. They've done very, very well. But I do think, like, week in, week out, playing at the NRL level would cause them to struggle. I would think probably. But might finish, bottom 4. I don't think there's Super League teams that would make the top 8 in the NRL, unfortunately. How far out does a 2-point field goal need to be? 40 meters. But anyway, that's not really part of the equation now anyway, because it's 4 points the margin. Underneath this one is Tom Trbojevic. Shoes knocked it on there. He's knocked it on Manly. Yes, he has. The Cowboys are celebrating here. 9.5 minutes. They might challenge this Manly. They might challenge it. Yeah, they certainly will. Let's see. There's a lot that is riding on this here challenge. Now, again, I'm going to be playing one song at the end of this stream, and it is the song of the team who won this game. Unfortunately, I'm not going to play the theme song of your one specific club. Clifford has touched this first. There we go. So, yeah, I think you got to say that's forward from Clifford into Tom Trbojevic. I think it is. Of those names you gave me this as George Dragons fan, it's definitely got to be Dean. Captain's challenge is successful there. Alrighty. That's a big challenge that they've just won. And it was going to give the Cowboys, a whole fresh set in attacking ball with the scores at a margin of 4. Hello, Waz all the way. Are you ignoring me, Leaguie? Absolutely not. I apologize. Just have not really seen your messages. All right, Tom Trbojevic there, taking the run himself. That will be the 4th. So it's not been a great set there from Manly. They'll need a good kick to get out of this one. Solid run there, Ruben Garrick. That's about 10 meters. The game isn't played in slow motion, says Joey. Yeah, but it's funny, in fast motion as well, Clifford touched it first, so. Yeah. That's the kick that they needed. Is it going to go too big? Just about. I tell you what, the kick was good. It just unfortunately kept bouncing forward and forward, but it got the distance that they needed. Waz all the way says, I might watch this game. Well, there's only 8 minutes to go, so you might need to hurry. I love that from you, Ninja. Okay. We've only got 8.5 minutes. In fact, it's just 8 minutes until I can finally go to sleep. Garrett needs to stop trying to milk Pan every time he touches it. I mean, I wanted to come to the Roosters next year and continue to do that. That'd be great. That'd be so nice. Clifford is just clean through for some reason. There's absolutely no reason for him to have made that line break, and yet he was like, "Hey, do you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway." Now on to find Ruben Cotter standing in the tackle, takes it there. This will be the 4th here. 7.5 minutes left to go in this one. All right, Luke. Now to find Scotty Drinkwater. Are you doing the next game? No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I've been pretty under the weather, so not going to do the next game. Luke. Out of dummy half, puts a grubber kick in behind. Turbo will just shepherd that one dead. It was too big for Sonny Luke. Not the play, unfortunately. Damn. A lot of YouTube viewers aren't there. I actually don't know. I don't look at my view counts while I'm streaming. It kind of wigs me out I feel like I just stream. So I don't know how many there are. I don't really want to know either. Yeah, unfortunately, Lily, I'm not going to continue to do the next game. I'm very glad you'd like me to continue streaming, but no, I'll be back for the games next week. Full round as well. First full round we've had in a little while, so. Bro, I can't lie, you'd be an insane presenter or commentator if you continue down that path. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. I'd really like to do it. I was saying earlier that could be high contact on collar, and it is. That's a big penalty in a moment like that. I was saying earlier, if I was to pursue the commentary path, I wonder what I could make out of it. But in a way, this is kind of me doing that. Like, I know I'm not going the traditional way of, like, commentating at a local radio station and commentating on Triple M and then go through to the TV broadcasters. It's a more unorthodox way through, but I'd like to be able to have those opportunities in future if possible. It would be cool. So, yeah. Also, pet peeve, but if a tackle that needs two people to make stops momentum, then everyone drops off and it's a one-on-one strip, should not be a legal strip as it's not one-on-one. Used to be the case that if more than one person was involved in the tackle at any point, then you couldn't just drop off. But then they changed that rule. I like the rule change, to be honest, but that's an error there from Manly. Cotter gets it. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in this one, and Cowboys with an opportunity here. I like the rule change, but I see what you mean. I do see what you mean. I love how I say, I don't know how many YouTube viewers there are, and I don't want to know how many YouTube viewers there are, and Ninja just says it anyway. Why? After the coffee thing earlier, I've started to think you don't like me very much. Anyway. Looking at this positively, win or lose, we'll come up against an informed team and haven't faltered. This is going to be decent momentum coming up, I guess, a week Finns. True. You're definitely scraping for good, reasons and positives, but also true. Oh, I said to after you said it. No worries then. All good. No stress. I was kind of joking as well. I know you obviously like me. It's fine. Clifford down to fight Pochu in the hands of Drinkwater. Ball finds the ground there. Burns gets it. He's done so well on the wing this season, Braden Burns. Anyway. This end has just been messy. It's not been great, has it? Drinkwater puts a bomb up. To be honest, I don't know if many of the Cowboys were on side there. But good take there for Jason Saab. That's a clutch moment, and he does well. Does very well. It's a shame, Mr. George Dragons fan, that Edmund Matter hasn't played for the Bulls in a couple of weeks. I hope he gets back on track there. I'm calling it, you and I joined forces to do live watch-alongs in a big studio with guests each week. You can lead the league streams and I'll do union. Let's manifest it. Yeah, I like the sound of that, bro. I do like the sound of that. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome, actually. Very cool stuff. I'll take you up on that, that's for sure. Alright, inside 4 minutes to go on this one. On the fourth here, Jobo with a run up to find the 40, and his headgear's come off again. His headgear's off again. He picks it up and puts it on. Something's wrong with the headgear in this game. Kick from Fogarty, and it's not, unfortunately, a 40-20 there. Andrew Voss nearly imploded, but no, he unfortunately couldn't find the 20 there. Is Edmund related to Para is a brilliant joke for you there, Tiger Walker. Is Edmund Matter related to Parramatta? Good stuff from yourself. Leaguie likes doubled since I told everyone you would change their names to Charlie, Paulie, and Hanson Jugru. You literally just 50% run my channel, honestly. It's all you. It's all you. Thanks for keeping me company this afternoon. No stress. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you company for the next game as well, but yeah, I'm just... it's rare that I schedule a stream and don't do it, but I'm just really not up to it, unfortunately. So I do apologize. But I'll be back for next week's ones as well. Have not seen it, did Leaguie say, but I haven't really been on social media today, so yeah. Jamal Fogarty's no one with Paddy? Very true. Very true. This game's still in the balance, though. 3 minutes to go. Clifford with a run there. Gets a good offload. Scotty Drinkwater now away to find Luke. It's been speculative from the Cowboys, but all those ones came out. 2.5 minutes to go. They need a try here. Clifford does get an offload away to find Drinkwater. Will he put boot to ball? He does. The grubber kicker behind. Purdue's there. Gets it now. And I think they've won it. Connor's won it. Connor's won it. Connor has won it for the North Queensland Cowboys right at the death of this game. And it's absolute pandemonium there for the North Queensland team. Holy.
Come on the Cowboys. Come on.
Oh.
The Cowboys.
Bloody Rick Hunt is a great comment from Houseboat. It was absolute razzle-dazzle speculation stuff. Purdy could have scored himself, I reckon. Oh, maybe not. Got the pass away. They won't take that off them. And they've got a really good win here, the Cowboys. They have. Jeez, that's brilliant. Just keeping that ball alive. I think he's won it. I think he's won it. They'll surely convert this. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate you saying that. I am a Cotter kid right now. This is the Great Escape. Feels like a very, very great escape. Very, very great escape. Try is confirmed. Kick to come. Look, I think the kick is going to be converted here. They'll go short mainly. The game's not over, but you'd think surely the Cowboys have one hand on the 2 points here. I clutch Drinkwater. That's a great, great recommendation.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Container, firstly. Shoelace. Shoelace, run home. Hey, clutch. Hey, clutch.
Are you clutch, Scotty Drinkwater? Are you clutch? One thing the commentators we have now kind of like is the outside back talkie technique on steps, gooses, and defensive reads. I don't have that, in fairness. My tactical read of the game is not good. But again, I'd leave that up to, you know, whoever's alongside me. He'll get this. He's got to get this. He's got to get this. Surely he's got to get this. Is he clutch? I think he's clutch. He's got to be clutch. I'm not reading the chat because you're probably a bit ahead of me. But surely he gets this. They're praying there, the Cowboys fans, as the clock ticks down. Jake Clifford. He's soaking up a lot of time. Hits it. He's missed terribly. He's missed terribly. Oh, no. Jake Clifford. What the hell? That might be what... Like, I know the kick was a little bit off to the side, but in the context, that wasn't hard. It's on the numbers. How on earth do you miss that? That's insane. That's insane. We've got a minute left. We're surely headed to Golden Point. We're surely headed to Golden Point. I don't think Manly will kick short now. They've got to boot it long and back themselves to defend it. Oh, my days. It's the 20-meter zone, like 20 meters in for a touch. A lot of players miss from there. I know, and I know it's not a spot that you practice from much, but you absolutely should kick that from there. They're converting in this game. Both teams, both kickers are 1 from 4. Holy hell. Holy hell. Yeah, please don't spam, says yours Dragons fan, but obviously I agree with the sentiment. Today's been the day of the missed conversion. It really has. It really has. X-Fat Ollie's here, says, what's up? It's 1 a.m. but in LA, but I've made it. Appreciate you being here that late in the day and checking in all the way from Los Angeles. How have you enjoyed it over there? All right. McKaylee with an offload there to find Sonny Luke. Are they going to try and set up for a field goal here? Drinkwater gets it to Nane. It's going to be a crazy kick to try and win it, but Drinkwater can hit these. Drinkwater can hit these. Luke gets it back to find Clifford. He hits it, and it's way too low. And it's off to the side. And ladies and gentlemen, we're Golden Point bound. We are Golden Point bound. I did not need this in my life, let me tell you. I did not need this in my life. But we're here anyway. And the Storm Titans game, it might be put on hold a little bit. We'll see how long this Golden Point period takes. Say till Golden Point. I'm saying, yeah, until this game resolves itself for sure. Absolutely. That's the last play. Holy. Do they not know that I'm absolutely hanging by a thread right now? Anyway, I'm going to give you guys chair content for just a sec. Back in a moment. Golden Point. You know, one of the names that I came up with when I was first going to do rugby league content creation was Golden Points. That was going to be one of the names. To be honest, the Leaguie was the first one that I came up with, and Golden Points was never going to be as good. But I love that they always, when we get to Golden Point, they're like, let's look at the records in Golden Point of these teams. As if the Cowboys playing a Golden Point game in 1998 had absolutely any bearing on whether they're going to win today. But anyway, whatever. They're doing it to annoy you? I think so. Unfortunately, Expert Ollie, I'm not the biggest UFC enthusiast. I've never really, like, it's not that I don't like it, I've just never really got around to trying to like it. Can someone lesson me, is it the advantage with kicking off or receiving here? It's not really clear, to be honest. I would say I'd like to kick off, because to get a field goal, you need to be in pretty good field position, and really, in a kickoff set, it's very difficult to get downfield far enough. But you're risking conceding a line break, and then the other team can hit a field goal and win before you've even had the ball. So I think that's probably why they do it. All right, this reminds me of that Magic Round match in Magic Round last year, which was Storm Raiders. After doing a whole week of streaming, all you wanted to do was sleep, but Golden Point stopped it. That's a good memory from yourself. I do remember that, and I really do want to sleep right now. But anyway. Cowboys weren't able to win a Golden Point in 1998. It didn't exist back then. Okay, fair enough. I stand corrected. But you know what I mean. I don't know who Big Mac is, Expert Ollie, unfortunately. So, all right, Fogarty to hit the kick there. It's low, and it does sort of go, yeah, good length there. Great length. What would you choose? I'm guessing to kick off. I would back my defense not to concede a line break. All right. On now here to find a run from Nane, I think it is. No, excuse me, it's not. It's Watchalong. That's a good run there. That's a good run for Scotty Drinkwater. Gets it offload away. That's the kind of line break that could change an entire game when it comes to Golden Point. This is the fourth. They should spread it towards the middle. They're doing really well. The Manly defensive line is stagnant. This is a brilliant set. But Clifford is not going to hit it. Scott Drinkwater is capable. Luke, hit it back to Drinkwater, who hits it. They're celebrating. The Cowboys have won it. One line break is all it needs. It's all you need to win a game in Golden Point, and Drinkwater slots it. He's so good at doing it. 19 points to 18, and the Cowboys seal it with a rugby league kiss.
Come on the Cowboys, come on the Cowboys.
It was a great kick. We thought that they had the try to win it at the end of the game. They didn't. They managed to miss that conversion somehow. But Drinkwater saves his Cowboys. And his final few weeks with the club, he delivers them a very, very good win. That's great stuff. All right. I'm going to go now. I've got to clean up my room a bit and then crash like Ezra Mam into oncoming traffic. So that's going to be great. Anyway, that's not a good joke, is it? That's definitely not a good joke. Alrighty. I will leave that one there. I thank you guys all for being here. You know, it was a bit of an up and down stream, that's for sure. But I think I thoroughly enjoyed it. We covered a lot of ground. And again, sorry I can't do the Titans versus Storm game. But I'll be back next week for all of the games. Actually, not all of the games. Going to Raiders, Rabbitohs. All the games except that day. So that'll be fun. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. And, well, I guess I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.